And if we got all of that when it comes to your things in bed, now it's time to go on to the next question. Who is Yattah?
He is multiple people. Multiple people. I am a husband, a father, a brother, community. Sometimes people call me sis. You may be looking at you like, who the hell is you? But um, I'm a multitude of people. But me being a guy, I'm really genuine. I'm very honest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very loyal with friendships and things of that. It's just I don't know. I'm just me. I'm a multitude of different things as people come in my life. It's I am who, let alone speaking of who you need me to be. But a lot of people might see that as like, oh, you're painting a facade. No, it's just like Scorpios. We have like numerous sides. We have the sweet side. We have the flight
Mm-hmm.
side. We have the very feisty side. We got the sting and kill side.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like whatever you project to me to be, that's what you're gonna get from me. So if you sweet to me, you can get the sweet side. If you shady to me, you can get the shady side. If we like family, you getting that love, you getting that respect, you getting that trust, you getting that bond, which a lot of people don't really get from me, and I'm okay with that because we, as a people, we can choose our, life family, but like family, we can't choose them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like some of those you be like, "Ugh," but like life family, I keep is just that at points in time, it's just like really hard with that sometimes because like your chosen family is like the family that generally has your back more than your blood.
Because nowadays that blood thicker than water shit, water can get just as thick as the blood when you put a little oil in it
It,
and all.
the mixtures. But it's like with me, but it's like my blood will always be my blood. I'm always gonna stick with my blood first. But like my chosen family, the ones who I've chosen or chosen me, I'm very grateful for and happy to have in my life because they've helped me through so many points in my life where my highs, my lows, my upside downs, like, my congratulatorial things, it's just, I don't know, that's like a iffy thing with me. But like blood is blood, family is family, regardless of whatever situation it is. But
Yeah, you can't take that away, unfortunately.
unfortunately,
And at at times and at points in your life, it's a certain time that you have to grow. So, with growing, when things that come with growing is biting your tongue
uh,
and faking it to make it.
I'm really the big, well,
That's really
I'm
grown.
not really a figure to make it person. I'm
Not
not
faking to
really
make
a
it
figure to make it person.
like what I'm saying
No, I
is
get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I get what you're
yeah,
saying.
like um because that's unfortunately that's the world that we live in
Oh,
now.
it's very figure to make it.
Yeah. So to me that's part of growth because back in the day I'm not faking to make shit. I'm too real. I'm not acting fake like I
That's
like
not
you
that
or
was in our
none of
younger
that.
years.
Right.
But now it's getting older. It is that
Right.
I get
And you're
okay.
like,
So I get it.
hey,
It is that
right,
figure to make it. It's like
right.
I
That's
gotta
what I
do this,
mean.
this to keep on pushing.
Right.
Even
And
the
like
fact I know that you don't
like the
have my
right.
back.
And like the girls in the scene to get they tens.
Is this thing on? Is
Yeah.
this thing on?
Yeah. So that's the world we live in. The
Oh, very
fake it to
much.
make it
And, that's
and
always been like, again, we going probably off topic real fast. It's like, we both been in Baltimore for like a long time, like regardless mainstream, kiki, whatever the case may be. It's just like it's always been that fake it to make it point. It's always that give it to your girlfriend point. It's always been that, you know, you it or you not. And,
mhm,
case may be like the underdogs who have beating the top dogs and then
mhm.
still getting chewed out about it. I think that's just like how that be life sometimes. It's that fake it to make it. But sometimes like you don't want to live in that fake to make it world. It's just like in that whole aspect is like I'm being real, and if you can't take me being real, I ain't faking it.
Correct. Keep talking.
That's your situation. It's like
Correct.
I can't. I don't know. Like I said, I've never been a fake to make it person. I can't do fake to make it. I
Correct.
can't. It's just like if you taking 100% of me, you're not taking nothing from me at all.
And to me, if I was to fake it to make a person, I will be icon by now. I will be, I'm just saying, like,
You going to the top,
yeah,
man.
because you fake it to make it, you gotta fake it to make it. All right, so out of ballroom, you still gotta fake it to make it. If you want to be a celebrity or something, you gotta act cool with this person. You probably don't like white people, but you know they the ones that's gonna get you up there. So you gotta act
but
like you not
but some of them
you
people
gotta
I
cope.
call them the opportunist people. It's just like when your opportunity precedes itself,
Hmm.
you jump in. And that's how a lot of people are. Is just like to be that popular it person, they do that and have that persona to just get very much like I'm gonna hop on this to really become above, and that's okay. But it's like a lot of people, like the underdogs who sit near, it's just like they're not faking it to make it. You're gonna give me my stripes, my stars, my banners, my salute on the time.
Hmm.
And it's just like if you give it to me, give it to me. You don't, you don't. I was one of those not person, excuse me, one of those people. Like I never asked for it. I never asked for it. I worked for
Hmm.
it.
Hmm.
Even though it's like my mainstream, me being legendary, I worked for it. Me and
Hmm.
Kiki, I worked for my legend. I worked for my icon. I worked for my Hall of Fame. I never asked for it. I never complained about it. Yeah, I was sitting there laughing, joking with everybody about it. Like, why you ain't having shit? I'm like, I don't know. I should have got him a guy. Like, but that's the key to me. Like, I got it.
Because that ain't real life.
And but like,
And
even
a
though,
lot of
like,
people do
regardless,
live for ballroom.
right? And regardless, it's like real life or not. It's just like I didn't work for that. I earned it.
Mhm.
I got the respect. I got the love. And this is
Mhm.
like with certain people again, bringing Let Me Shop again, is like people that show me my back. Even, had my back. Like the Knicks had my back. Like a lot of them had my back. It's like, even though it might have been like a certain situation here and there, like not no bad stuff, but them
Mhm.
people like before us really made me work for it.
Mhm.
Really made me want it. Really made me earn it. And it's like, people just like it's be thrown at you like here. And then if you decline something like certain things like that to me, I feel like that you are which a title is already presented to you as. If you
Mhm.
turn down a legendary, title or iconic title or Hall of Fame title, like, no, it's not my time. You really deserved it to me.
Right.
But you want everybody else to know, like, baby, I really worked for this.
Right.
And then when it's presented again, you do take it. It's just like it takes it. That's a big step, But that's going all top of certain things like that. But you go
Sometimes
ahead,
we gotta get in there.
right?
Because a lot of people that do tune in to my podcast, like a lot of heterosexual
Sex,
straight
love, and
people,
tea,
right? Like a lot of them don't understand our lifestyle.
right? And they never
So
still will have the point.
of
I
course,
mean,
of
even though
course.
it's like you're there and you're enjoying it, having fun, it's like you really don't understand like what our life was in the ballroom or in the community. Period. It's like you're just there for that second moment, whatever case may be. Like we do have those people that are really advocates for us, and they're doing their ones and twos, and it's greatly appreciated.
Correct.
But it's just like the ones who like us, we've lived through
Sorry,
it.
you
People,
guys. We've been
you know,
drinking, so I'm a little hot.
that way, man. He's
Mm.
I'm fine. But no, like live through it through our time periods and things like that, and it's like it's enjoyable to see the fact like where we are now. Like
Yeah.
even if like we have those heteros or whatever case may be, that people are coming in, they're enjoying something we built,
Right.
or people before us built, people before them built. Like we're still building. It's
Right.
like it's never ending process.
Yeah.
But it's happy to
Yeah.
have them here.
Correct.
Happy to have them here. Y'all see like what we do, what we go
Correct.
through, and whatever.
Correct. And I applaud the heterosexual, especially men, that do give us our flowers,
That point. That point.
that do
That's a hard thing.
respect us,
Yeah.
that do look at us as brothers. Like,
Those are ones more secure with themselves.
correct. They
That's
secure
not
with who
bothered.
they are,
That
and
part.
like they, and I have a few people like that, a few friends and they boyfriends, like just cool as
And
shit
be
with
cool.
me
I still
and
have my friends
all
me
of that.
growing up through from through church and through high school. college is like I'm still friends with, and they're straight. Like, one of my friends just had a baby, and I'm really proud of him. He like is excited to tell me, and it's like be a part, like everything. But you do have those bonds of people who are truly genuine, like with those men of that heterosexual normacy, that are comfortable with themselves. It's like, why are you worried about what we doing? Ain't nothing what you doing.
Mhm. I'm not worrying about you.
That part.
So yeah.
But that be the ones that always piss me off. You be so hype. Like, why you so hype? Why you so
Mhm.
hype?
It's the reason
Like, calm
behind it.
down. Why you so
It's a
hype?
reason behind
Like, why
it.
you worry about me? Mind your business.
So, what truly makes you happy?
Going back to previous question, life.
Okay.
Life makes me happy. My kids make me happy. My husband makes me happy. My family makes me happy. And the life family makes me happy.
Mhm.
It's just I make myself happy.
Mhm.
My job makes me happy. Even though like a lot of these things, have their own ups and downs, ins and outs, stresses and things like that. It's just you gotta find the happiness,
And the balance.
yeah, for yourself. Because if you don't, like you're going to deteriorate. It's like you're gonna self explode. But with me, I really make me happy. I try to make myself happy. I try to be there for my family, be around, be present. Even though it's like again, sometimes like I'm human, you human, we're all human. It's like we have our ups and downs. It's like some days you just shut off from the world.
Mhm.
You have to, because some days if you don't, it's gonna be like total combustion. You're gonna explode.
Correct.
So it's like, but
A
things
ticking
that make
time
me
bomb.
happy, those are things that make me happy. My family, my husband, my kids, like life just makes me happy. If life doesn't make me happy, I'm going to be here for my family, be there for myself, like a lot of things like that. It's just like that's always my answer is just life, because that's the thing that we're really thriving for to achieve is life, not the money, not the this. Even though people have that, they want the money, they want this. It's just the life to live on this earth as long as I can,
Mhm.
to teach my lessons, to endure anything that I'm getting, hardships, situations, whatever case may be. It's just life in general. We kind of gotta live that life.
You'll see my cat.
That's what make me happy. You making a trying to make an appearance? Yeah.
So, last but not least,
Mm-mm.
what's next, Hall of Famer?
Ah, what is next? I really can't say what's next. My cards are in the universe. My cards are with God. It's just whatever He sees fit in His will. It's gonna be done. Like, but you know what I mean. In speaking in general, it's maybe a house if that's to be seen. You know, more finance,
Mhm.
of course. Venture out on some journeys of myself. Other than me just teaching, trying to go back into personal styling, maybe.
Mhm.
Stepping my foot back into the ad
We
and
could be working
that
together.
part. Or, even opening like my own like not model agency, but like
Helping people that don't know how to help themselves.
that part. Even with that with like with runway and things like that. Even though I had my first class, that's a while and everybody's still asking me when I had my next class. I'm trying to do that again, but it's just like things haven't been the way how I needed them to be.
Right.
But even being that runway coach. So I'm gonna say that like have my own center or something for that and
Right.
doing that. Like, it's not just with the community, it's just like with everybody, like
Correct.
whatever. As you know, I still do European, hair show,
Right.
college style, all American, which a lot of people don't know I did all American though, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But like I don't know. It's just the sky is the limit for me to be real with you. I don't limit myself.
Right.
I never want to limit myself. And I'm never going to limit myself. We have those stops in life that limits us from doing what we see ourselves doing, and that's okay. Um, but myself, I don't really want to limit myself because sometimes I do stop myself from doing a
Mhm.
lot of things that I know I could do, know I should be doing,
Mhm.
and this is like, I'm off that. It's just my whole thing is. Here's your question: what is next? What is next? I don't know, and I like the I don't know. Because my
Yeah.
feet can tap dance over here. They can tap dance over here. I might give you a little somewhere
Okay.
else, but I mean, I really can't say what is next because my mind is still racing with so many ideas, so many projects, so many past dreams that I've had that I actually want to put in play. Even though some of those dreams, like I'm like now at this point, like I don't want to do anymore.
Mhm.
But revamp it. Maybe it can be this, and that.
Correct.
But so my next things for me is I don't know. Ballroom
So.
wise, I know it's time for me to hit this floor yet again because I do miss it. I do miss it. I do kind of like whenever it's needed me, like or whenever I feel like it's for me to really like step out again,
Mhm.
or even if my house is like, oh,
That's how Stephanie feel.
it's time to pay that rent. I'm like, all right, let me get my old bones together and start jiggling
Okay.
that bag and do it. But even with me still coming out, even with the last event they had at the Rotunda, I had a good time. Even though Jihad, I'm still gonna get you. Still got me out and still do a 1 and 2. Romeo, I'm gonna get you two, nephew. Like that's what it's gonna be. I'm gonna get you two. And still sit there and like behind me because you know how they be. You be feeling that beat and you ride
Mhm.
that beat. Romeo behind me, you're like, gotta vote, gotta vote. I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to move. And it's at that point in time, it just hits you. But I
Mhm.
love like my family like that. Like that's my
Support.
nephew, and it's just like
Mhm.
Romeo calling me out and Jihad doing that. It's just like sometimes as us becoming statements, stars, legends, icons, Hall of Famers, whatever, we still enjoy that feeling of being called out, even though you're like, I don't want
Recognize.
to. You're like,
Being
I don't want to,
recognized.
but like when you hit that floor, it's just
It's a
it
difference.
takes
Yes,
over.
it does.
It takes over and it like start a whole new spark in
And you
you.
will
And I'm just
never
like
know that feeling
that
unless
part.
you
And
walk the
unless you
ball.
and that part. And it's like I give it to all the stars, the statements, the
Legend
legends, the
Hall of
icons,
Famers.
Hall of Famers, the
Yep.
pioneers. It's like being called out in your genre of life,
It
it's just
shows
like
you that
the people
somebody's
who you
looking.
touch at that part. And it's like, oh, I've always
Somebody pay
loved it. Even
attention.
though it's like sometimes we be saying like, I don't want to, but you like,
Right.
who was calling
You be
me?
like,
But
girl, and you feel good when they call, come and
that
get
part.
you.
And
Like,
it does feel good to be recognized. It's like I love it. Even though some days it's like I
hmm
do come and it's like not about me. It really is about the youth. Like again, taking it back, like I said, with Lamisha calling me get teacher. I don't really ever want to be recognized as like, oh, I taught this person. You sure I didn't do that. I
hmm
didn't teach anybody
you
anything.
did that. I just helped
I
it come out.
showed you the
Hmm
way. I showed you, okay, you can do this, but do this. Like,
hmm
even my house of Versace, baby, it's all about the Gianni.
Okay.
And it's just like, my house eats me up. Why are you over there? Da-da-da-da-da. But I know what my house is doing. But with me, I'm just that person that is, always to give that advice to that next person coming up from the generation after us. That's the next generation. I want to keep giving my knowledge of barroom for what I learned from my past legends and icons and pioneers, whatever. I want to keep pushing that to the next one so they learn. Even though like some of them are very hard headed and they don't like to listen to what we're telling them. It's just like I'm gonna keep pushing on you. Because
hmm
like a lot of kids that are not in my house of Versace, that I sit there and talk to, a lot of legends and a lot of statements, whatever comes to me, like yada da da da. I'm still gonna give you my input. Is
hmm
because that's the type of person I
hmm
am. Am I gonna give you all the good? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's it for my house. But me giving my heart or giving my time to talk to you, like, oh, brother, let me fix your collar right here, and then that might have helped.
hmm
Whatever. I'm still gonna do this to everybody. That's why I feel as though that I was given or bestowed the honor of becoming, legend and icon and
hmm
Hall of Famer. It's just like I just still kept giving. I maybe not have had no balls thrown, which I'm kind of thinking I might do.
That would that could be something that's coming.
That could be. That could be. But having the right people to do that because even though me mainstream having them, I know how much stress that is. So shout
hmm
out to everybody who throws a ball,
hmm
gives a lounge, gives a
Dad, we
whatever.
love you.
I listen. Yeah, Mike, brother, listen. Other Mike,
Okay.
Ziggy,
Okay.
Mish. The
Ike,
people. Ike, Nick, like
Michaela.
Michaela,
Come
B.
on,
Like we
y'all.
know the people who give the balls and things like that. Blair, like we've known people
hmm
who've given their balls
Amen.
and it's been a lot. Even with the younger generation, we know that like the time and effort that is being put into doing something that you actually love and the passion that is shown and to give it back to
hmm
the community. that is like it's heartwarming. And it's just like that takes a lot to
Correct.
do. Like forget the money and whatever case may be. It's just like your time.
Correct.
Like you get up, you gotta write categories, you gotta do this, you gotta get the trophies, you gotta find the venue, you gotta dress it up nice, just to appease, to appease other people, the other, appease your patrons.
Mhm.
But it's just like big ups to y'all, and this is like my whole thing is I was like I'm never throwing a ball,
Yeah.
never. Even though it's like again me going through mainstream and with the House of Existence, and like we had thrown our balls, state of emergency, the exorcism of a fashionista.
Mhm.
Now I'm taking you back. Like, listen, we've had, things we did, and for us to be in a house like small then and start from the ground up to now, that's how I feel like my career has always been with the ballroom. I started from
Mhm.
ground zero to where I'm at now, and I am appreciative of everybody has other my flowers while I'm
And it takes
here.
time.
That part, you can't rush it. 'Cause when you rush it, it's just like you ain't earned it.
Mhm.
Or when you keep asking for it, I hate somebody to ask for it.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
That burns me up. Let your time speak for itself.
Yeah.
And then let it if you didn't get it, I'm not gonna post like you didn't nominate me. Why you gotta do
Mhm.
that? Because you never know what's gonna happen.
Mhm.
Maybe it's not your time right now. Take your time. Take your
Mhm.
time. Even if you
Cause trust
know
me, that status not gonna change who you are or
that
anything.
part.
That ain't
And you
changing
still
nothing
gotta
in your life.
push.
Right.
Regardless of me being in Hall of Fame but nah, I still gotta push. If at a
Right.
bowl,
You
I
gotta keep
still
that
gotta prove
name.
myself.
Right.
I still gotta prove myself on that floor because me as a Hall of Famer, I can get chopped
Right. Right.
down. I can
Right.
get chopped,
That
and
don't
still gotta
mean
come back the
nothing.
next time. Be like, oh, bitch, yeah, the Hall of Famer did his ones and twos. He came back again. Like we're
Mhm.
not exempt, regardless of the status, whatever it is. It's like even like the new kittens, you could be the legend, you could be the Hall of Famer, you could
Mhm.
be whoever, but it's just your
It's a process.
time. That part.
Respect the process.
That part.
So, you guys, I want to first say thank you to Miss Pink Whitney. Oh my goodness.
Okay, for the pink
It's the fresh
Whitney.
maker.
It's the Houston.
This was very good. It was 20 that came in here, and there's none anymore. So that goes to show that they was very good. So that was a big plus. And I want you guys to know something. Guess what? Guess what? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Hmm.
And go check it out.
Please.
If you haven't already, what you waiting for? Like,
Sex,
beat
love,
me
and
there. Don't
tea.
meet me there.
Mhm.
Sex, Love, and Tea, episode 4, season 5. We out.